pale English skin.
I like a little paleness though, so it doesn't bother me at all. Mike the Troop Jackson back with another edition of Fighters Talk, and I'm joined today by Hothead, Laura Howarth. Howarth, right?
Howarth, yeah.
See, it's the accent.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I'm stupid apparently.
no,
Everyone says, since I've been here, that stupid accent, we don't know what you're saying.
no,
but
no, no. I like it. You
it's
make
English
it.
at the end of the day, so it's more your Americans' fault. Just
See,
saying.
that's what I'm saying. I like the way you say it as opposed to the way I say it. Laura's here, and you're fighting on Invicta FC 17.
Yep.
Now, we haven't seen you haven't been in the cage in almost 2 years. What was the reason for the extensive layoff?
I had a 5-fight contract with Cage Warriors, and they went bankrupt. I don't know. They shut their doors, whatever. And I was left with 3 fights and no promotion to fight for. I couldn't get fights in the UK, and then Invicta picked me up not long after, and they've just had me on the sideline for a year. So.
Now, how does that work? You have a promotion that goes bankrupt, so technically they're non-existent anymore. So doesn't that void the contract?
Yeah, it did, but I was still unable to get fights. It was real hard. Couldn't really find anyone to fight. Also, I tried to get K1 fights. Currently ranked like number 2 in the UK in K1, and I couldn't even get the number 1 to fight me. So, I've just been left on the sidelines, but I've been training the whole time. I've been in fight camp for a year, pretty much. I'm just ready to fight again, So.
Well, now you're here in Houston, Texas, which right now is a hotbed for MMA. We have big stars like Tanya, the Invicta champion. In the UFC, we have guys like Derek Lewis, Alex Morano, those guys. So Houston is really growing as far as being a big scene in MMA. What brings you out here?
Tanya, basically, I've met her before a few times, and we got on quite well, and I like her style. I like the way she wrestles, and that's areas of my game that need improving, and it just made sense to come and finish my fight camp out here and just add to my whole game, really.
Now, I know Tanya has a lot of friends, but I can't remember the last time someone saying they actually liked Tanya. It is some kind of is something special about her.
Are you basically asking me if I'm fucking her?
Actually, no. I swear I was. I just wanted to know what was special about Tanya because she's an asshole. I mean, we're friends, but she's a dick to me. But I mean, you moved across the pond to come train with Tanya Evinger.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to train with the champ?
There you go.
We're both ginger, and we're both Geminis, and I kind of think we have the same personality in a way. She gives me shit. I try and give it back a little bit. She's a bit older. She's a few years wiser, but I'll catch up to that.
See, that makes sense. That's all I wanted to know. That was nothing more, nothing less. Now, you mentioned a K1 background, ranked number 2 in the UK. What do you think about the kickboxing scene here? Because we had Lion Fight that was doing Muay Thai rules. They're not doing so well financially. Glory's here. Bellator kickboxing just started. What do you feel? What are your thoughts on the kickboxing scene in America?
I don't really have any thoughts on it, to be honest. I haven't fought K1 in 4 or 5 years. Would I fight K1 again? Yeah, probably. I quite enjoy it. I like throwing down without somebody trying to wrestle me and take me down. So, I'd fight K1 again if the matches were right and the money was right. But right now it's all about MMA. So.
All about MMA. Now, back to MMA. You're fighting on Invicta 17 out in Costa Mesa, California. You're the opening fight of the evening from looking at the fight card. Alexa Connors. She's making her professional debut. Any thoughts on your opponent? Any previous footage as an amateur that you've seen?
Yeah, I've seen some of her amateur fights. I don't think she has anything special. I think she's just going to fight like an amateur. I'm going to introduce her to some elbows and it'll be good.
Now, is she primarily a grappler, striker?
From what I can see, she's predominantly a striker. That's perfect for me. I quite like that.
That's what I want to see right there.
Striker v striker. It'll be fun.
I mean,
with a few little surprises thrown in.
Oh, gotta throw in a few surprises.
Always.
Now, you mentioned the elbows. K1 rules didn't allow elbows, to my knowledge, correct?
That's correct.
Now, where'd you pick the elbow? Is that more from the MMA side?
When I was fighting K1, I was training Muay Thai. We use elbows in MMA as well, so you know, I've been doing MMA like 5 years too, so
Okay.
I've definitely got. I'm able to throw these pointy little things.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, they kind of pointy, kind of
Yeah.
maybe get a little color on the pointy.
Little colour.
Now, the elbow strike, would you say one of your favorite techniques to use?
I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite, but if they're there, I'm going to throw them.
Well, it's violent. You look like I mean, Ginger's kind of violent from my experience.
That's a true story.
See? I know a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. You're taking on Alexa.
Yeah.
You haven't fought in 2 years. Are you any anxious? Are you at all nervous about the fight, being that you return to the cage?
I mean, everyone gets nervous. I'm not nervous right now. I'm real excited about this fight. I've seen improvements over the time that I've been here in Texas, and I just feel really good about fighting. And as I said, I've been training for a year, so it's not like I'm rusty or anything like that. I've been non-stop. I train in a cage, like back home, and you know, we have cages here. It's not like stepping in the cage to fight. It's going to be like my first time in a cage in a while, and I'm going to be rusty. I think that's all bullshit when people say you get ring rust if you're training in a cage and stuff. Then you're ready to go. So
you don't think ring rust is a real thing?
I don't think it's an issue for me.
Huh. Well, that's, I guess, what's important, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there you go. Laura Howarth, Invicta FC 17. Make sure you check it out. UFC Fight Pass, May
7.
7th. Exclusive.